Hey, American Lit. This is Mrs. Cassler. I am feeling sick again, and so I really wanted to record my instructions for you so that you would do well on this very important essay. This is going to be sort of a project grade. It's going to be weighted pretty heavily. This may be the same weight or similar weight as to Genius Hour projects. And this is a really good opportunity to solidify your grade. This could make the difference between an F and a D or a D and a C. And so it's really important that you give this your best effort. I think it's going to be easy though for you. I've tried to set it up very sequentially. During second and third period yesterday, of course, Google Docs was not working. It's working now. So this is how you would start, is you'd start with your pre-write that you did. Oops, not that. So you would start with your pre-write, and here are your questions. Now, whichever question you happened to discuss, these aren't questions, I'm sorry, these are more statements. And so whichever statement you happen to discuss, that's going to become the thesis statement of your essay. So if it was number 2, you would just Control C and copy it. And then you're going to go back to Classroom. You're going to go up and you're going to open your Crucible Essay Organizer. And this is just a tool. It's supposed to help you. If it confuses you, you don't have to use it. You can just do a more traditional outline where you just list things down the page. Some people like these things. Okay, and so this is going to become your thesis statements. If you are going to you're going to add the author and the title to it, though. So what you're going to do is you're going to write something like this. Uh, uh, in Arthur Miller's Crucible, I should be capitalizing and italicizing, so I will. Here we go. Okay. One of the control you can add, you're going to argue that your statement is tied to the overall meaning of the play. So you're going to say something like, one of the important insights that the play has to offer is that there are some values worth dying for. And you can kind of rip me off if you want to use something pretty close to that. There's a lot of ways you can express it. And I'm actually okay as long as you have the author and the title and your insight or your statements. That can be your whole introduction paragraph. This is not going to be a super lengthy essay. This is going to be a 5-paragraph essay. Okay, so then you're gonna think of the good reasons that you had before when you talked to me about your statement. And so, you can organize this by person if you want to talk about 3 people who demonstrate that there's some values worth dying for. You can talk about how events unfold. You can talk about events and sort of the cause and effect relationship between them. I think for my demo, I'll just talk about different people that really illustrate how this is true. So I can talk about. So I think what he would want to talk about is John Proctor. Okay, and so you could also talk about Rebecca Nurse, who doesn't lie. You could talk about Giles Corey. Those are 3 good ones, and they're kind of different. So, you know, and then you're going to use 3 instances of behavior that demonstrates the belief of this character that that there are some values worth dying for, and so you'll have to define what the values are. For John Proctor, it was reputation or his name. And then the quotations, you really do need actual quotations from the play. And so you're going to talk about, it doesn't have to be direct quotes or dialogue, but it needs to be specific moments from the play. So you're going to have to look up the quotations in the play that demonstrate or show this, and this will be the only hard part for you, is you're going to have to go back through the play and find those. So if you remember on Quizlet, you already have Acts 1 through 4 important quotations, and you can just about guarantee that those quotations are going to be everything that you need for your essay. So you can go back through and use quotations from there as examples. So you'll have your quote 1, quote 2, quote 3, or specific moments or events that you're going to refer to. And Rebecca Nurse, she was a good Christian woman, and so if you want to say like her values were Christian values, and she wasn't going to lie to save herself. She really did fear that she could go to hell for lying, especially such a big lie, and so that could be her values. And then Giles Corey, he remained silent. Uh, for love of his family, so that his family can inherit his property and he doesn't forfeit it if he confesses to witchcraft. So anyway, that's how you would set up your essay, and then I'm going to just show you where to go to actually. So tomorrow or Wednesday, you're going to be working on filling out that outline. Okay, and then I would like you to go on and start writing the essay. And so if you go back here, here's where the final essay instructions are. I think I've already mostly given them to you, but I'll just go over this in case I forget to say something. So you're going to write an essay in which you make the statements that you wrote in the Crucible pre-write into your thesis statement, such as what I've done. You're going to, sorry, I'm moving the cursor too much. You're going to need to prove your statement by providing examples from the play and developing those into the body paragraphs so you can organize by character or event. Avoid things like, I'm going to tell you. Okay. After you present this is important because this is not in the outline. There's nowhere, there's no place for it. It's something you have to remember to do. At the end of each body paragraph, you need to remind your reader how that paragraph demonstrates that central idea of the story, which is up here in your thesis statement. You actually have to have a wrap-up sentence at the end of each body paragraph for that. And then your conclusion, you're gonna reiterate your thesis statement, but I think a nicer way to add to that, in addition, would be to connect what happened in the Crucible with what happens today, because that is the important reason why we read literature, because it teaches us something about life. Okay, so this essay, you're going to be working on it Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, which is way enough time. If you absolutely had to have the weekends to do it, you could, but I really don't think you should do that. I think you should get it done before finals week. Okay, if you have questions, you can email me. I will try to answer your questions. It's really important to me that this goes well, so I need you guys to be on task. And I need you to sit in your assigned seats. If you generate ideas together, that's okay to fill out your outline, but you all have to write an individual essay written in your own words. And please, no excuses. I recorded this so that you could do well and work without me, and that's what I expect. Okay, I'll see you on Thursday.